I hope you liked the webinar. I mean, I tried my best to cover as much as I could, and I know it was a pre-recorded session, but I had to pre-record it so that I can squeeze in the given time frame, and I had to make sure that it's valuable to you. If I do the whole session live, it's gonna go like 12-13 hours, which I thought would be too much for people coming online and watching me. I have one question from Vikram. He's asking, is there any procedure for removing the wrap, the dermalized wrap? There is. I mean, it's not a complex process. I mean, it's very simple. On the 6th day, you just ask your client to remove it slowly. By then, all the edges are already off a little. So I mean, he can just start pulling it off, but slowly. And in some cases, if the wrap is stuck, like, I mean, it's real bad and it's not coming off, you can just put some warm water on it and it will loosen up, and then you can just remove it, and yeah, that's it. That's about removing. Once it is off, you apply any moisturizer is good to go. Any moisturizer with low chemical content in it. How can I achieve this contrast on dark skin tone? Any tips for dark skin tone? Nothing different. I mean, don't worry about the skin tone. You should see my webinar 1 and webinar 2. I've talked about it, a lot about it, that how to actually work on the dark skin and how to go about developing the tones. I would work on a black skin exact way I did on this skin. Now understand this, on camera with all these lights, super lights, the skin looks really fair, but it is an Indian skin tone. It is not white skin. It is like the regular skin what you get on a daily basis in the Indian tattoo studio. But I know when you talk about dark skin, there is no different technique. You need to make sure that you keep the skin open as much as you can. Use the negative space. So keep the skin open as much as you can where there is a brightest point, and add the more blacks on the darker side. Keep the range low from black to white. Keep that range a little low in terms of use the darker colors more, and wherever you see the brighter tones, just leave it like an open skin. Work on a design smartly. So it's all about design. If you choose less complicated design, which is large enough, like if you see this portrait, it's a face which is stretched on almost forearm, right? It's huge in size. You saw how big was the stencil at the beginning. So I mean, go for that size. Have things simpler. Go for the designs which has a lot of soft shades and nice transitions from black to skin color. On dark skin, I would say avoid a lot of hyper realistic or realistic beard or very complex hair. So avoid those stuff. Keep it simple, clean and nice. Design plays a more important role than tattoo techniques when it comes to dark skin. So choose your design wisely. If it was a color tattoo, is it fine to articulate before with gray washes and then color on the light shapes? Mark, the color realism doesn't work like this. It won't. You won't enjoy the outcome if you follow this process. If you really want to do really good color realism, then you need to learn the colors, where you're gonna use a lot of so you're gonna use colors, at the same time you're gonna play with the values. So you're gonna create that contrast with the colors and not using black. Color realism is very different than what I did today, so don't try to mix it. Color realism is different. I will try my best to either do a webinar or I will work on a tutorial where I do a color realism, where I can explain each and every aspect of color realism, that how do you choose colors, what is color wheel, what are values, how to build a contrast using colors, and what will heal nice, better, and what skin tone to choose while working with color tattoos. It's hard to work on color realism on Indian skin tone. So I might make a tutorial on it. The last webinar I learned the eyeballs position. Here if you do the eyeballs, what will be the position of the eyeball? So it all depends on the design, right? So I chose the eyes not looking into my eyes because the placement was such in this case that the wrap was too much around the eyes. The wrap, if you see the forearm, so I had to consider that factor, that if I pull the eyes inside, I will have to place the portrait not here like I did. So not here, which is right now it's here. Instead of that, I will have to place it inside, like at the center kind of. So this area and not above. Right now what I have done is I've placed it here, so it has that wrap, it is flowing with the arm. Plus I've so that's the main reason, that if I'm placing something right here, I would have the eyes looking at me. Secondly, we wanted something demonic, and the eyes were the concern from the beginning of the the designing part. So we made black eyes. We thought of keeping the eyes as it is. We thought of red eyes, and then while working, my brother said, why not to leave it white, all white, because he has seen my work, and I tend to leave eyes completely white, blank, and he kind of liked it. So that was the reason we did it. But because of the placement, the original artwork you have seen, the eyes are looking at the right position. If they are looking back to you, they won't look nice because of the other eye going the other way, and somehow the eyes are going to look a little distorted. You can try that out while designing. You would know what I'm talking about. Alright, Samit, he's asking, I observed you don't use any lines in this tattoo. In others, he has seen people use lining in the portrait. So where exactly, so I'm confused a bit. Why would I use lining where there is no line in the portrait? So if I'm working on a realism tattoo, there are artists from, the old artists who love the traditional way of working. They tend to go with solid line and then one pass line, and they talk a lot about it. But when I see the artwork, there is no line in it. And if you talk about having a very clean, sharp edge to a color packed area, so it is all about filling. In fact, the line is also a filling. It's just like it's so thin that you can get it using one straight line. So basically what you're talking about is color packing part. So I have done a good color packing in this piece. The contrast is really high. All the edges, including the nose, the eyes, rest of the things, the jawline, everything is in place, and it is very tight without using a line, because I was color packing everything. So color packing and carefully using Magnum in angle like this way to create edge to it. Not line exactly, but edge, what you would do with the lines or the liner. Alright, so I think we are done with the questions. Thank you so much for joining in for this webinar, and I hope it was really helpful, and you have, I hope that you learned whatever I plan to teach you. I tried my best to cover most of the topics which I know people are struggling hard to learn these techniques or these styles or this process from around. There are very few artists who are willing to share the stuff. That is what I know, and I try my best to do that. We have Learn It Like Aliens. That's an online tattoo learning platform. It's not only about tattooing now, we have expanded our reach where we have video editors, designers, artists from different genres. They are actually joining in as mentors and they're going to teach their own skills. And the whole idea is to encourage and empower the self-learning and provide easy access to the skills which are actually used into the real world, which can be monetized, where people can actually enjoy the hobby, enjoy the passion. At the same time, they can make money out of it. So Learn It Like Aliens is not only about just putting some tutorials and you can watch those. I want to bring in the information or the skills as such which will help you make money while enjoy the stuff you do. And tattoo artists, I think for that matter, the artists like a community is somewhere struggling as far as I understand. There are so many tattoo artists and so many artists around the world who are doing great at their craft and skill, but they don't know how to go about converting their art and into money, or rather I would say how to monetize it. So Learn It Like Aliens is a place where I'm trying to bring all these mentors who are successful, who could actually clear that barrier. They went beyond that barrier where they could manage to convert their art, their skills, craft, passion, whatever you call it, and monetize. So they do what they love, at the same time they enjoy the monetary part of it. And so I request everyone, if you are into tattooing or any kind of art and if you want to learn, please join Learn It Like Aliens. It is we have got this platform for everyone for a really low cost. It costs around $39 a month, where you will have access to everything. And if I talk about in Indian rupees, it is just 2,900 rupees a month, which is nothing in compared to the skills which you will learn there. At the same time, you will learn how to use it to in real world. So that's about it. I hope to see you all in the next webinar. I'm going to work on the live webinar as you all have requested. I'm going to update a review link right now on the same page. So once I close the session, just wait for 5 minutes, refresh the page. You'll have a review link which will take you to the Learn It Like Aliens Facebook page. Please spare like 2 minutes of your time and share your valuable review. And keep it genuine, keep it honest, because you can also go ahead and critique. I mean, you can be a critic. If you think some things were not right or didn't go well, please go ahead and write it. I mean, I'll be more than happy to know what's happening. So be honest while writing your review, and that's about it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next webinar.